Good day to you all. If you will please put your palms together for a meditation reading. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. The loving kindness metta meditation, verse 6 and 8, from the Palo Alto Buddhist Temple. If you would please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. The church receives many calls concerning the attendance of a Buddhist service, and they always ask about our dress code. They ask if they have to dress up, and the answer is, come just as you are. However, there are a few suggestions that I ask, and they are quite simple and easy to follow. The reply is, no pajamas, no nudity, no judgment on my part, but for concern of other members, and to have feet covering. Even some of our regular attendees do not know about this covering. We just want visitors to have a positive visit without many restrictions. When visitors come, they are anxious and stressed because they do not know what to expect. They carry the stereotype that they have to take their shoes off or have to sit on the floor with pillows. They also worry about if services are in Japanese. I laugh because I am a dummy when it comes to speaking the language. They ask if they can bring their very young children. Children are always welcome, even though we do not hold Dharma school. We have so many members who enjoy helping parents with their young ones. Yet, the visitors are still stressed. They worry about making mistakes. There are no mistakes, only missteps. We all take missteps. We encourage our visitors to ask questions. All we ask is they be respectful, open-minded, and to listen and hear. We share our Namo Amida Butsu, Nembutsu, for their first step into the unknown. We hope it is a step closer to what they may be looking for. Still, there is the feeling of anxiety. I remember my first trip to Japan, which coincidentally was my first time on a plane. My travels were always by car and limited to the United States. Here I was flying alone 8,500 miles away from the comforts of home. My mother was so worried, but I was excited and so happy because I felt like a grown-up. It so happened that my neighbor was flying to her hometown in Japan. So I had a travel companion who shared flight tips with me. My mother was so relieved, and I had someone to talk with. However, once in the air, my neighbor told me that my mother asked her if she would take an earlier vacation on the same flight. Well, so much for being a grown-up, yet so grateful to my mother, who was so concerned about my safety and wellness. I was excited, yet nervous, stressed, and anxious. It was a 13-hour trip, and I did not know what to expect. I do not speak or read Japanese, so I wondered if I would be able to communicate. I know baby Japanese, but no real sentences. Oh my. What was I going to do? What were my expectations? But I found many people who were willing to help in any way they could. It is the same effects for visitors who come to the temple for the first time. Rituals are habitual for those who have grown up or been in the temple for a while. They seem to know the rituals. We cannot turn our backs away from the visitors just because we do not know that person. We must take the responsibility to lend our help with new people. As for my first flight, I received help. We have all received help from someone, somewhere, and at some time. This is not the time for the experienced members to shy away. There are always those who are willing to share their help. I bring this subject up because we want visitors and everyone to feel comfortable, safe, and welcomed. We do not ask any personal questions about age, sexual orientation, economic status, or any information that the visitor is not willing to indulge. The visitor makes the effort to come, and we should help with direction and guidance. We share our gratitude to the visitor through our actions. We provide whatever help in chanting, recitation of Namo Amida Butsu, and by making the Dharma accessible through words that can be easily understood and applicable to everyday life. We encourage visitors to ask questions. Some experienced members believe humor is a no-no, but laughter relaxes the visitor and members. Letting visitors see mistakes we make allows them to know it is all right to be human. If we cannot see the humor in our own mistakes, how are we to learn from them? It is better we laugh at ourselves rather than have others laugh at us. How sad that our ego will not allow us to show that real side of us. This ego stands in the way of our finding and seeing our true self. It is hard work trying to be error-free, perfect beings, and hiding from the truth of who we truly are. I know we have compassion to help and have the compassion and wisdom of the Buddha to share and experience in helping others to find their way. Our strength and deep entrusting in Namo Amida Butsu. It contains the wisdom we seek and compassion of the Buddha. We can be assured that we are never alone and that the Buddha always travels with us and surrounds us with directions. Our Nembutsu can help find our comfort zone and gives us the courage and support needed at any time. It is our joy in times of positivity and happiness. Our Nembutsu shares in our times of despair. Nembutsu can ease anxiety and bad feelings. It does not solve any confusion, but can share with us the patience and time to think. We share Namo Amida Butsu in gratitude and thankfulness for encouragement and guidance. Nembutsu is not visible, but can be felt in our heart and mind. It cannot be touched, yet it touches our hearts and minds. It can be found in our actions and words, in the teachings, and found deep in our being. Nembutsu does not have an odor, yet when we burn incense, it brings forth the Buddha Dharma. We listen and hear the teachings to digest them when we can. Each service shares just a taste of the teaching. Each and every day brings about new experiences that can bring meaning and understanding to our Nembutsu. Nembutsu is so intricate and one of the most difficult paths to follow. Our Namu Amida Butsu contains so much, yet taking that first step to understand and find meaning is the welcoming mat. For first-time visitors, we extend our bows with a welcoming gesture and lending hand. If you would please put your hands together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu.